Hi. It was 3:41 in the morning when I woke up and I had a memory. A memory of a time from earlier in my life that relates to what's going on right now. I was a high school teacher and I loved teaching. I love the creativity of creating the curriculum. I loved the interaction and the connection with the students. I loved everything about it. But then I had a calling to leadership. And it took me a while to answer that call, but I answered the call. And I became a vice principal in a high school. And you know, when we make changes, sometimes we have expectations about what's going to happen. And about 2 months in to this new position, I realized that it wasn't meeting my expectations. So I sat with that for a while, and then I decided I'm going back to teaching. That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. That day, I went out into getting my car in the parking lot, and I got in, I started it up, and my car would not go in reverse. So I did the typical thing. I got angry. I started yelling at it. I even turned the car off, like you do a computer to reboot, but I couldn't get it in reverse. And after I had my anger about it, I started laughing. And I realized it was a message from the universe telling me you can't go backwards. And it was like, oh man. So at that point I had a choice. I could either complain, ignore the message, or create a new attitude about it. And I decided to make it an adventure. And what an adventure it was. I learned a tremendous amount about myself. I had a lot more messages from the universe, and I felt that I grew spiritually and professionally a ton. So how does that relate to now? Well, it relates to now because we've all been called to a higher position by this pandemic. And as we sit and wait for what's going to happen, we can dream, we can have expectations about what we want. And the bottom line is, we have to choose what attitude we are going to have about our circumstances. Are we going to, many of us long to go back, but there is no going back. That reality doesn't exist anymore. There is something new out there that is still emerging. So we have to make a choice. We're either going to complain about it, we are going to try to live the old way, or we're going to accept the challenge of creating a new way of being in the world for us. And from my past experience, the most satisfying way is to go for the new adventure. I know that might not be what you want to hear, but I know you have your own stories too that guide you. The cosmos is always giving us information to guide us, just like it reminded me when I woke up in the morning about that memory, to help me remember there is no going back, only going forward. This is Nancy Didami, your flow facilitator. And for now, pay attention to the cosmic messages that you are receiving. If you like this video, please like below, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. This is Nancy Didami. Until next time.